This is the second part of the Bitcoin video that I did. It's the 26th of November. So remember, in the first video, I talked about this being a trade hour. Entering with a tight stop loss was fine. I also mentioned to you that we're expecting a sudden move into 335 my time, which is 235 on the platform, which as you can see is right there. And this is exactly a place where I entered the trade as well. So I entered a second time. Why? Because this had a tight stop loss, which it should have, because if we get the timing right, you shouldn't have a big stop loss. Did I make a mistake? Yeah, I should have waited for this 335, especially knowing if you learned how to time the market from me, you would have said, wait a minute, there's a tricky situation happening at 335, which I did mention in the first video. Okay, so that happened to happen. So a sudden move, as you can see, down. But because remember, Tuesday was a swing day, I'm happy to go in with the move, because if Tuesday, my swing day calculation is correct, remember we're looking to go up from here. Let's do this. Let's put an arrow there. Okay, we're looking to go up from here simply because we've got a swing day to the upside. All right, remember on Thursday, last Thursday, we had a swing day, but we hadn't hit the price yet. The market came into our price zone. This was the zone that we were looking into. In fact, this bar was also part of that zone. Okay, there. So it just was shy of it. But at the end of the day, this week, Tuesday, because it was a swing day, I said it's okay for us to go long from the lows. And what the market did not do, as you can see, it respected the low of Tuesday. It didn't break through. I don't mind a stop sweep at those hours. When we have a swing day, the market can come down the next day, do a stop sweep and then reverse. It's fine. But my bias is to the upside, to make a U-turn and go to the upside, because I calculated the swing day in advance. And because it's coming into, wait a minute, where is the second target for this? All right, so I'll check into that in a minute. Okay, but at the end, because we had a take profit already on this one. Okay, so I covered the stop, took profit. Now we've got a second place. Remember, I want to push this into, where do I want to push it into? Ideally, we want to come all the way back up here, okay, into that blue bar there. And I can actually, this is why I said, but we should stop sweep that. So I can actually take that into 90,000. Let's take that into 90,000, around there, and that's fine too. Because the trade is covered, it's all good. Now I've got the next trading hours, as you can see, vertical line here, according to what I posted before. Remember, this is Wednesday. All right, Wednesday, UTC +3. So these are the next hours for us. Okay, if the market does not turn from here, let me just check. The market should be quite energetic as we get to this hour, which is going to be about an hour from my time now, because it's about 7:27 my time. And if it continues, which I suspect it shall continue, because it looks sexy until pretty much 10:20 and possibly towards closing. Right, so knowing these hours in advance is why you can follow a trade and manage it, not just according to price, but also according to time. So I've got 9:20 here on the platform, right? 10:20 my time is going to be 9:20 here. And this also means that because I've got room to go up, the market can come down a little bit. There is a gap here, so it's a little dangerous. So what I'm going to do is just going to take this and move it up a little bit. Okay, so the trade will no longer be, it won't close with a loss, and I've already covered the trade. This is why I always open up two positions, one to cover the trade, one to go, and as much as it goes. If we break above this level, then we can follow it also tomorrow. And another good thing is we know the next swing day after Tuesday. We know when that's coming up. So as long as that's ahead of us, we can mark that day in as well. And if we've got a target on the upside like we do here, we can then, focus on following it all the way into there until the next swing day. All right. Also, you can mark in your 37.5 here, okay, which should take us into that arrow there, as you can see. Okay, so coming all the way back up here is on the cards for us for Bitcoin. So from the low swing days going all the way up in there is fine. We could do that, and the trades are already covered. If you have a tight stop loss, your losses are going to be very, very tight, very, very minimal. So it shouldn't really screw up your account at all. Sometimes what people experience is when they have a losing trade, like in the first example case study, I said, look, if it breaks down, I don't want to be staying around, which is fine. But then what happened, knowing that this is the next hour and we have a Tuesday swing day, I said, well, this is not a bad place to buy either at that hour, because it's pretty low and we can go in and then we can pretty much make money, take out the losses I've done here, and then follow through. Okay, so this is another case study, the follow up on the Bitcoin of today.